everybody, Jason here of Ghostbusters News, and today is going to be a good day because we're going to be taking a look at a brand new Ghostbusters collectible, this one from the Bradford Exchange. It is the Levitating Slimer with Light Up Ghost Trap. Now, a quick heads up, this Levitating Slimer, it is a US exclusive. For those that don't know, I'm located up here in Canada, so I would like to send a huge thank you out to the Bradford Exchange for sending one up here to us. Aside from sending Slimer up to the Ghostbusters News headquarters, the Bradford Exchange, they did not sponsor this video. I'm not getting paid for this video. They did not tell me what to say. This is all me. Hopefully the Slimer, it delivers and it's good. Let's go ahead and take a look at the box. Here's the box it came in. What a fun box. Yeah, there's no Ghostbusters branding. Slimer's nowhere on here. Which, I mean, makes sense. This is a Bradford Exchange exclusive. It's not meant to be sold in stores, so the box doesn't really need any branding. Opening it up here, you'll see that everything inside is very well padded. That is nice to see. Let me go ahead and tear into here and get Slimer and that ghost trap out. Alright, Ghost Trap, Slimer, and my first impressions here, both of these are much larger than I thought they would be. I mean, the dimensions were on the US Bradford Exchange website, I read them, but I just never thought it would be this large in hand. Now in a second we are going to light up that Ghost Trap and we are going to levitate Slimer, but I think first we should actually take a look at Slimer. Likely the first thing you've noticed is that big smiling grin on his face, showing you those big pearly whites, and I guess since the last time we've seen Slimer, he's found a dental plan? Because oftentimes I think of Slimer's teeth being a little bit more gross. We got tons of big slimy fat rolls hanging off of him. He's got two arms out as if he's floating right towards Dr. Peter Venkman at the Sedgwick Hotel. And I should mention that Slimer is made of a kind of a soft vinyl. There's a little bit of bend to his arms, but there is absolutely no articulation whatsoever with him. As well, I do need to mention this because I keep looking at it. Let's turn Slimer around. Because you know, when it comes to Slimers, the most important thing for me is that booty, that backside, and Bradford Exchange, you guys delivered here. Slimer is looking thick. He's got the big two cheeks, tons of little dimples all throughout. They were not afraid to go full Slimer butt. And let me tell you, when it comes to all the toy manufacturers, collectible manufacturers of Ghostbuster goods, if you're making a Slimer, you gotta go full on Slimer butt. I love it. Okay, last thing about Slimer here, turning him upside down, you're gonna see his base. And this is where the big heavy duty magnet is gonna be found. The circle in the middle is kind of a semi-soft piece of rubber, which is meant to kind of break the fall in case, you know, he slams down on the ghost trap a little too hard. Now, talking about that ghost trap, let's take a look at it. Now let me tell you, I've heard of double wide trailers before, but a double wide ghost trap? I mean, that's what this looks like it is. Now of course, the dimensions of this ghost trap, this base, they have been modified. Obviously to hold all the magnets on the inside needed to withstand Slimer. You'll see on the top here, we've got the caution striping, also has a non-working switch and also a little red light, which isn't really a light, it's just painted. Speaking of paint, we do have paint app on three sides of the ghost trap, mimicking both the sides and front plate. And you can certainly tell by how the paint looks here, this has been hand painted. Taking a look at the bottom of the ghost trap, it is branded here, and these are individually numbered, with this one being number 597. Speaking of that, I totally forgot, this also does come with a certificate of authenticity, once again verifying which number I got, 597. Now one nitpick I do have with this ghost trap is they decided to put their own power button right here, despite the ghost trap having an area right here that could have been used as a switch. I mean, that's the switch typically for the ghost trap. Why not just use that as the power button? Also, to plug the DC power cable into it, it's right here, when you do have this area which is actually used for the foot pedal connector. Why not just use the area typically where you plug in a foot pedal for the actual DC plug? To me, that would just make more sense. Now that we have this plugged in, let's go ahead, get this lit up and, you know, levitate Slimer in the air. First of all, we need to open up the top trap doors. And in doing so, as you see right here, there's not really too much to see. However, let's flip that switch on the back and, oh, okay, we got a little circle there right in the middle. And in trying to get Slimer on this base, I'm having a few headaches. Being that we are working with magnets, he keeps getting pulled to one side or another. It did come with some instructions, so let's read that. It says, with both hands, hold the levitating Slimer above the base. And apparently the capture zone is about 1 inch above. And wait a minute, there we go. So obviously I went to school and, you know, I took science. I was in science classrooms for many years, and I've seen experiments like this, but none nearly this cool. mainly because, you know, it's Ghostbusters. This works really well. You can see Slimer is just kind of like hovering around like in a circle there. And moving the camera underneath him here, you can see he's getting a pretty good amount of air. For me, as a Ghostbusters fan and also an out-of-box collector that, you know, puts all this stuff on display here in the Ghostbusters News headquarters, I am beyond excited to add this guy into the collection. Look at him just spinning. No doubt this new offering from the Bradford Exchange, I mean, it delivers on the name. Slimer, he's levitating, the ghost trap is lit up. If this sounds like something and looks like something you want to add to your collection, I mean, I certainly recommend it. With that being said, there's really only two deterrents with this collectible. One being, as I already mentioned, it is exclusive to the US Bradford Exchange website. And for some, it's going to be the price point as it comes in at $219. Whether or not it's worth it, that's going to be up to you. As today, I feel like I've given you a pretty good overview of this levitating Slimer, allowing you to make a pretty educated decision. As I already said, if you'd like to grab one of these for yourself, we do have that purchase link and it can be found right down below in this video's description. Once again, I would like to send a huge thank you for the Bradford Exchange for supplying us with the Levitating Slimer and Light Up Ghost Trap for review. That's all I've got for you here right now. As always, be sure to subscribe to Ghostbusters News here on YouTube. Bust that bell notification icon to stay up to date with everything that's happening within the Ghostbusters world. If you'd like to join up with Ghostbusters News, check out our Patreon page. We have a link to that down below in the description, and I'll see you right back here next time.